Hello, everyone. I was trying to do this type of stream as a Let's Play because I actually prefer having it where I can have it randomized but not fully, just randomized by region. And so I'm doing another. I'm doing a re. How you say it? I'm just starting from ground up. Okay. So because I'm gonna put the randomizer so I don't really have to rely on the daytime and nighttime system cycle. This state to where auto saves every 30 seconds. In a little bit, I might try to get a little water from the refrigerator downstairs. I know I have to refill the water in the refrigerator. We have like a kind of like you know how you have something to have put the water in something to where you have the top. It's like it's like a little, it's like a refrigerator style fountain, right? But it's not really a fountain. It works similar. It's like a container that you put your drink or water, whatever. You either make iced tea, you put in there, or you put just plain old water, you put in there and you put it in the fridge. And then you have like a little thing that'll be kind of like when you have those little machines in the office that has this container, huge container of water. This is just a regular container that has something that you can just use to, and it pours through that little tube that is basically connected to the container. Okay, this I'm gonna put up, raise it. Um, this I won't worry right away. I know I can fix that. So, okay, randomized by region. Um, Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go to the OK button because I have everything kind of set it up to where I can do the other stuff after I make sure I take care of this thing here. No limit to the structure. Uh-huh. No drops from penalty. That's all good. Now the other stuff I can fix it. I can redo it to fix it. But this randomizer, once it's set, it cannot be changed. Random mode will make wild pals levels completely random. No, leave that off. This, have it on. Uh, I don't do hardcore. I don't do hardcore. This, there. Okay. Once I make it through, then I'll make sure I fix what needs to be fixed. Not really redo anything. Hold on. I'm gonna make a private party chat so that I can stream with no disturbance. And you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make a female character this time. I had my other streaming character that I was using for a stream because I just, I guess you can say it wasn't really gonna be considered a full-time character because I was trying to put it as a randomizer, but not like completely randomized, just randomized based off of the region you're in. To where if you're in certain regions in the area uh, will have randomized when you're in those areas. To where whatever existed randomized in the first whole area will basically be randomized in all these other areas when you're in those other areas. It'll basically have its own, I don't know, like what you could say it, what you call it. Okay. Yes, I am going to use lightning glare Farron if I can fit it. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. But I doubt it. But we'll try. Lightning glare. I don't have. I have a feeling it's not gonna fit everything. Glare Farron. Yeah, I had a feeling it goes up to. Okay, what I'll do here is I'll just name it lightning glare. Okay, I'll just make it where. There we go. I want to be a little creative with my character here. Okay. Awesome. And now, body. We're going to keep it here. Okay. Face. Okay. Okay. Eye type. We're going to do something a little crazy here, guys. You know what that craziness is? The heart eyes. Man, she gonna look like an adult fan art type of character. Shoot. Uh-oh. I hope no guys feel like this is gonna be some type of hentai. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, these are right here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nope, not messing with that. That's fine. We're gonna do the crazy hairstyle. Is it supposed to be still raining? Probably, I don't know. Oh, okay. It's the window curtain thing. I have like a shade, but it's not really considered curtains or anything. Okay. We're gonna do ponytails. Okay. Hair color. We're gonna have to do a little editing with the color, right? I guess you wouldn't really call it editing. We wouldn't really call it editing. It's just a little tweak to the hair color. That's all it is. We're just changing the hair color. Now. Okay. Okay. Alright, the bottom. Let's see. We're gonna make it kind of lightish pink. Gonna make it kind of crazy. This party's about to get crazy. Let's rock. Okay. Yep, perfect. Alrighty. Yes, I'm making it kind of like a fan art type of style character, but not directly through like any type of third-party software or anything. It's just regularly. Okay. So that one. Okay, these three are female voice character voices. And yeah, there's no actual voice acting, it's just voice sounds. Yep. Alrighty. Now we we go straight into the game. But what we're gonna do here is I have to fix up the settings the way I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to make it kind of feel somewhat cozy, to where it's not too stressful or anything. Oh, and I never saw the I never saw the overhaul cutscene fully, so I'm looking at it fully now. Because that one time I went to get some. Whoa! Wait a minute, that's a golden. What the heck? Whoa! What? What the heck? What? That dude is golden. Uh-oh. Yep. He getting ready to attack. Oh no, was he running or was that thing getting ready to attack me? I'm confused. Okay. Now the thing I want to do to fix it up, I checked change world settings, but not really for the sake of changing the settings. Okay, damage to pal. This is what I want to try and make sure I do right. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. So, uh, damage to pals multiplier. Damage from pal multiplier lower. Hunger depletion rate lower. Lower. This one higher. Max it out. And that one max it out. And now this one, we're gonna have this one here up. Max this one here out. And this one lower it. This one lower it. Lower that. Higher back. Higher this one fully. Max that bar here out, the rate. Max out the sleep health regeneration rate. Work speed, we're keeping that up. That's the work speed multiplier. That's something new that they recently added. Damage to structure. And structure deterioration rate, we're gonna lower that too. This one apparently very good. This is when you make a farm and your whole hub, when you make one spot there and make that your base. Let's say if you build a farm on your base, this is just something where your pals, if you put them in a farm, you know how you would usually get materials when your farm, when your pals are in that spot, in that one whole area. It's a round ring-like looking thing. It's a farm. It's your farm. That's your farm basically. Now this, we're gonna max it out. Maximum number of dropped items in a world. So if we go to a certain biome, this will increase the dropped items in that certain biome. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So if you're in like a certain region in a certain area, in that region, dropped items, maximum number in the world. So wherever you try to pick up items, or let's say you added some mining things, right? You have like something that you set up. I'll show you in a little bit. I'll try to make sure I'm able to show you guys in a little bit. This, you want to put this. Max it up. Because gatherable items multiplier, and if you have the gatherable objects health multiplier, meaning the durability of that gatherable object, the more you're going to get out of it. That's how I see it. And respawn. So if you put this one max out, you can actually lower the gatherable objects health multiplier. Now, dropped items multiplier. Yeah, this is from these and other things. Now this, you want to put this item weight rate 0. Decay rate is 0. This is for your equipment. No, actually, this one's for your equipment. This is for like where if you had certain like berries in your inventory, this will prevent it from going bad to where it disappears. So decay. So if you ended up getting fruits or anything, they usually have like a durability. So where this lowers it makes it where there is no durability for certain things like your fruits and stuff or meats. Now this will make it where your gear will be unbreakable. They will last to where you don't have to repair them. This one, max it out. We're making ourselves feel a little bit more cozy, like, in a way. And yeah, I don't say it's freaking super cozy, but you can make it to where it just feels it to where it's not that hard or anything, or not too pressuring. Mm-hmm. Hmm. No limit. Okay. I know that when it says increasing the limit may affect processing load, um, well, we're gonna test it out, right? See what happens. Meaning, processing loading, right? Meaning you load into certain areas or load into the game. Well, to be honest, I haven't really been having any issues when I had this settings a lot often. I didn't have any issues with loading into the game. I don't know if what they mean this. I don't know if when they say this, I don't know if that yellow words right there. I don't know if when they say that, it either means that if you put everything to where you get too much in the game or too many pals in the game. I don't know if they mean where if they say loading, either loading into the game or going to certain areas to where it loads up pals itself. Because to be honest, I never had any issues through that at all when I had it set up that way. Isn't it weird? Hmm. But let's say if you focus more on the quality of the gameplay instead of the performance, that is a different story, right? Because I have it to where it's quality in the game graphics instead of performance. So what I would do here before I even enter the game itself in the world, I would basically do what you'll see me do here. Okay, fast travel on, no restriction to fast traveling to bases, and yeah, okay. Now, boom, boom, and yes, I'm gonna have to go into the game and then try to set it up to where it has it to where its performance is a little better. Because now, yeah, the performance isn't gonna be all that great because I would have to do these and let's see here. Mm, let's see here. Okay, okay, there and which one is it here? No, where did I go to? Ah, okay, here and Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm pretty sure I would probably be better off closing the game and then getting back on the game. Let's see, make sure. Okay. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. That made it more performance better. Now, Prickster. Oh, that's one of the new pals. Oh, shoot. Randomize, one of the new pals. Oh, shoot, man. Where is it? Where is it? Prickster. Prickster. Is that? No, no, it's not the new. It's not that other one. It's a different one. It's a new one, but it's not the one I was thinking. And yes, those pals. Wait, man. Oh, hold on. I kind of messed up a little bit. Hold on, hold on. Uh-huh. But I could fix it. It's nothing too crazy or big. Okay. Just a small misfit. I forgot to fix it real quick. And let's see here. And kind of figured. Okay. Restrict fast traveling to bases. No, actually that keeps it on. Okay. Boom. Now it should be good. Now we can just get that waypoint fast traveling spot. Woo-wee. Hold on, guys. It's hot, so I'm gonna take my shirt off. They're not doing nothing. Okay. Boom. Little guy. Take that. What? No! No! Of course it would be that one. Oh, look at this though. Oh yeah. But the problem is we're gonna have to figure out how to get it without killing it. Oh. Oh, this thing is whew. Oh yeah, that was a fail. Dang it! We failed the lucky pal. I should have just look at a little fly. I found like a little fly on top of my freaking hand. I mean, it's not that it's a bloodsucker, but it does kind of irritate me because I still have like a, how do I say, a stress itch, you know? That's mostly kind of a mental, emotional kind of stress thing that still remains. But I don't have the emotional, like, or like sad emotions right now. But I do still have some of the leftover physical damage from stress that I had through triggers way back. See, I could have just and then did that. Now watch this. That's not doing enough. Oh god, man. Oof. Well, at least I made them where they're not gonna do too much damage. Watch me get another lucky pal spawning. Give me my experience. Oh. What the heck? Oh. Whoa, okay. Oh, okay, that's like an alpha, huh? Yeah, it's kind of like similar to it's a, oh, it's one of those rampaging boss fights, huh? Like the ones you usually do to summon it near your base and stuff. And I could just do this and get over here. Oh, this is a legendary, huh? Is this supposed to be a legendary? No way. It can't be a legendary, man, right? No. If I could get a Pal Sphere while that thing is still around. Oh, maybe I'll be lucky. Hold on. Hold on. Please let me find a Pal Sphere. Oh, Pal Gods. Hello, Pal Sphere, where are you? Please tell me you dropped somewhere. Oh well. I know this is probably a legendary, and I know I'm gonna regret this. But, is it a legendary? No. That's not. That just, is it? Or is it just probably because, is it because, like, it's, is this, because this one right here is kind of like an alpha in a way? That one right there? Is it rare? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Retreat? I want to try and find myself a Pal Sphere. Just a one random Pal Sphere, please. Please, what are you? Guess what? I don't know why, but I have a feeling there might be another. Is there another lucky? No. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Oh. Let me guess, is that guy gonna still be over there? Whoa! Look at these guys. Look at them. Look at these guys fight. Whoa! Okay, there are some of the other new pals, man. Oh, shoot. Well, okay, some of these are just existing pals, but like... Oh, okay, there's another one. What? I guess these are kind of like alphas. They probably work like alpha Pokemon or something. Woo! Okay, let me try and find myself a Pal Sphere. Please, Pal Gods, please give me a Pal Sphere. So they're not legendaries, they're just kind of like alphas. They're similar to alpha Pokemon. You know how you have alpha Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus, to where they started putting it in Scarlet and Violet, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. And just letting you guys know, I have not ever tried to fully finish Pokemon Legends Arceus. I actually have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl still, but I don't care. I don't care about streaming it, so... Yeah, I'll play it off screen, just playing it on the Switch for fun. I thought my dad ended up selling it. Turns out that he didn't. But yeah, I thought he sold it because I remember I gave it to him and I said, "Dad, take this and sell this to GameStop, or how you say it, trade it back to GameStop, right?" And I thought he did, but he didn't. But to be honest, I wanted to keep it anyways. Uh, I prefer the originals more than the new gen Pokemon games that exist right now. I don't know why. I just feel like the remakes feel a little bit more better to me. And so yeah, you had a lot of toxicity going towards remakes. A lot of people's either different types of criticism. So every person has their own reasons of criticizing the game. Some just do it on purpose. They do it for no reason. To where, to be honest, I kind of lost satisfaction in the game. And that's mostly because you see a lot of some of these content creators on YouTube. And yeah, I understand why people are actually criticizing, backlashing remakes, right? Because the players want something new, right? A lot of Nintendo game platform players supporting, they want something new. To where, what are they gonna do? They're gonna complain because Nintendo doesn't usually put enough of the new type of Pokemon. No, they put other, I said, region variants. So, like, if you had Pokemon Sun and Moon, compare it to, I said, Galarian region, right? Pokemon Sword and Shield. You had a Alolan Vulpix, right? To where you had Galarian style Diglett. Okay, you have a Galarian. Is it Galarian Diglett? I don't know if they actually had a Galarian Diglett. I know they had certain Pokemons in a Galarian type of region. I said variant or something like that. Because the Galarian Pokemon do also have. Oh no, that was wasn't that no. Hisuian was Legends Arceus. So if you had a Hisuian Growlithe, that was just another version of Growlithe, right? Players that play the games on Pokemon, people that usually support Pokemon players that love Pokemon usually prefer Nintendo making something different, not Galarian or not other variants of those Pokemon that are from those other regions. When I say variants, I don't mean just the color scheme of that Pokemon. I mean, when I say variant, I also mean a different style of that Pokemon from another region. To where they never really came up with any type of new Pokemon. They would just put an existing Pokemon and just make another style of that Pokemon based off of the new region. It's just the same Pokemon, but just from the Galar region, right? You have the Galar, you have Galarian versions of some of these existing Pokemon, right? To where, what's the point, right? I mean, there's not really any point making something that you already had that existed art-wise. Like, come on, right? Can you come up with something new? Where Palworld, Pocket Pair, did something entirely unique by taking inspiration. And yes, of course, they had to use some of these pals. They used AI generator to kind of tweak. They'll get AI generated Pokemons for some of these pals and tweak it to where it's their own style. Okay, they make it to what is their creation. Yeah, they turn into something entirely different, which is not a Pokemon. It is a pal still considered. Get right here. I'm gonna kick this. Oh yeah. Get right here. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure if you take down these, they give a lot more experience. I'm pretty sure already. They give quite a big, decent chunk of experience. Damn. And yeah, they're called rampaging pals. They're similar to alpha pals, if I'm correct. See, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure I build up certain materials, right? So where now I have got a blast. Wait, what was that one? Oh, wow. Okay, running. Okay. What? What the hell? Okay. Run, run, run. Hold on, let me check my dad's phone battery percentage. Almost full. Almost 100%. Nice. I got his phone getting fully recharged. Powered up. Juiced up, baby. Okay. Please don't tell me this guy is gonna end up getting attacked. You hand your device and she quickly gets to work. Okay, and now watch. Experience points. Now, open this, go to that, and then boom. You want to go here? Now, you just want to make sure you're able to get certain things like crafting a weapon. You want to make sure you're able to craft a weapon. But in order to actually craft a weapon, and of course, we don't need pal spheres, we're basically learning the essentials, what we usually need to get certain quests done. Now, chest, that's going to be useful for a quest, main quest, you know, and also consider side quests. Because you'll need to do this for both directions, right? Side quest and main quest. Okay. Arrow. Here. And straw bed. Now, when I said that you could do something to make it where you gather more materials easier, to where because I set it up to how you say it, grazing or whatever, I don't know how to say the word, dang it. Okay. This will basically make it easier for your pals to actually either mine more materials or you'll put the farm and your pals will go there, they'll drop certain materials or certain things too, you know. This is the ranch. That's what you need right there. To where if you make your base and you focus on ranking up your base, right? Because let's say if you rank your base here, the progression rank of the base you had here, let's say if you go to another area in that map, that progression is just carried over because it's linked in, you know? If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Because I'm pretty sure if it's in another area, it might actually be separate with the rank. Or I'm pretty sure it might be carried over the rank for your base. I don't know. I have not even tried to see what that was because the whole time was I have never got the chance to get back into this game. But then I tried, but like, you know, I had a lot of emotional moments. It was terrifying. But now I'm okay. Got it. Let's see here. Structure, wooden defensive wall. And poison arrows. Gonna make that, gonna make that, gonna make that. And of course, statue of power. And of course, primitive furnace. And 3-shot bow. Now you can use the regular 1-shot bow and use these arrows with your 1-shot bow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you can. Okay. Usually you would have an actual poison bow and arrows. Maybe I did have it. No. Okay, that means they made it where. Don't tell me they made it where you only need to use the one bow in order to use different elemental arrows. That was actually smart. I'm not gonna lie. That was actually pretty smart. Pocket pair, I think they're pretty darn clever. To where now you don't need to worry about having a different elemental bow to have a different elemental side arrow. That's pretty good. Very, very smart move. I mean, the whole moves that they have been making was pretty smart. Pocket Pair has done a lot of smart strategies. That's why Nintendo was not able to beat them at all. And the thing is, yeah, I know Nintendo will probably end up trying to put a lawsuit again against Pocket Pair. But the problem is, the things that Pocket Pair is now, they won't really suffer a lot of damages later down the road if Nintendo tries to get payback, you know? It won't really do any good for them. And I'm just putting the truth there. Because let's say, because Pocket Pair now has it to where they can, they have their own marketing. Okay, they have their own marketing uh, set up, you know. They have the okay from the retailers of gamings, right? The online gaming marketing, right? They would usually have to get the market retailers to sign something, and then boom, they are kind of in a way they if you see it, they feel like it's immune, but it's not really immune. It's just they have a little bit more, how you say it, defense resistance against, but they don't have full resistance over Nintendo. It just helps Pocket Pair, how you say it, survive the damages that would probably head to them their way later down the road. Because we know Nintendo will just try to get them again later down the road. It don't matter. To where they can't get them this year. Because this is something they won't say, right? Yeah, they're a multi-billionaire gaming platform franchise. But just because Nintendo is a billionaire franchise, that don't mean they can't really take a lot of punches and damages on their self due to like marketing in this area here in the US. They're gonna get impacted by a lot of different places due to their Nintendo Switch. You know, they have to pay for the services of their system to keep it going, right? They have to pay the employees to keep it through. To where they also have to deal with if they're not able to sell enough Switch 2s now to like new customers because, you know, hike in the tariffs that increase the taxes a little bit more from the Nintendo Switch 2. And yes, PlayStation also has that problem now too, right? PlayStation 5 is also having that issue. So where yes, they're gonna have to delay certain games that are now gonna end up becoming digital titles only. But like if you had a physical hard disk copy of a certain game, to where you have a CD version of that game, physical disc, you're not really losing any type of ownership of your game disc. Okay, it's just something people use as a way to troll or boycott Sony because Sony is getting rid of hard disk copies, but not yet. They're gonna do it when they start releasing the PlayStation 6 later next year. They're forced to push that release date, time, and everything to later next year. So where yes, when PlayStation 6 comes out, is going to have only digital games, to where also PS5 would only end up getting digital game titles. Hold on, let me see if no, one of my friends is still okay. And moving on. Okay, I think okay, yeah, I have to build my primitive workbench. And I'm only doing this so I can make sure I craft certain things to make it where it's okay. Alright. And then I have to get some more wood. I have to get 2 more bit of wood. To where even though this thing is not meant to make it where you cut wood to, log wood, it's still gonna help somewhat deteriorate the wood, right? Or better yep. Now, let's see, any more planks? Any more wood branches? Berries, I'll take that. Berries, I'll take that. Wood, I'll take that. This can also give me some collium fragments and ore, which is very nice because I increased the drop rate for these things right here. I basically have made it where anything I try to farm will drop non-stop crazy amounts. Okay. Yep, and if you pick up the branches because you set it up to where you get more, when you pick something up, you're not just gonna get one, you're gonna get two of those branches. The whole plan was to do that. Hold on. My dad's phone should be fully recharged. Almost, actually. Like, 8% more. Okay. Any branches? But yeah, they did a really good job, with this game and everything. Bye bye, chickadee. Ha ha ha. Just letting you know, there are some little tiny flies in my room. But they're not gnats. They're not bloodsuckers. Maybe they are, I don't know. How would I know, right? You only know if your skin wasn't so sensitive, right? From the physical damages you had through stress, if you had stress like that, right? Back then, I used to get triggered, and that was before this year and before last year. It was pretty dang hard, you know, to where I was now realizing I had anxiety. But it was mostly a lot of things, right? Around 2024, there was a lot of issues that I had to go through, that a lot of people will probably go through in general, right? Through disabilities or no disabilities. But a lot of them it was because of another bit of me thinking about three family members that live together in a, you know, yeah. To be honest, I did report that cousin because, and she don't see me as a cousin, okay? I usually try to think of her as family. She don't think of me as family. Whenever I try to say, I used to say in her YouTube comments, right? I usually called her my cousin, right? So she took me as, when she made a video, she said, by the way, he is not my cousin. Your grandpa is my uncle. So I'm going to think that way of you. You're my family, but the problem is, I do not trust you anymore. And if you're going to say, you don't trust me, I don't trust you. I don't need to get you to trust me. To be honest, yes, you do. You put a lot of drama. You made me get to the point of dramatic, where I got depressed every dang time, to where I also started worrying on my dad and my sister. Why? Because I felt certain things that just pressured me. You know, sometimes when someone who feels pressure, other family around you, because you end up feeling pressure, they feel pressure. That's just life, right? To where I never had any type of, I never had to, how you say it, I never had to deal with this type of emotion. It's like you have your mom in the nursing home because she has dementia and Alzheimer's, and when your cousin, because you put her in a FaceTime chat because you want to hang out, right? Then that cousin says, "Hey, you think your mom would love to hang out if me and my grandpa go to pick her up? I mean, since you said you, I was never saying that." To where you also said she'll be happy with us. Maybe she'll get some positive vibes. There was never positive vibes with my cousin, okay, to be honest. Yes, I know we're not really blood related. I know we're not really cousins, but because she was born through my uncle's side, he is the grandpa. My aunt is not really blood related either, but I call her as my aunt. I think of her as family. But right now, I don't think them as I think them as family, but I don't think them as trustworthy right now. We have two different people, two different groups in the family in different locations, two different locations. They are very abusive. Okay, they take advantage by lying, and then they'll make excuses. I know a lot of people probably have family that'll they probably have one side of the family that'll just lie and make excuses too, right? But yeah, to where yeah, I think about them, but I don't think of my three family in that one group there as something to fully worry about. But when I do say something that now my dad or my sister will be like, "Oh, you're still bringing that up, right?" To where I'm like, I do apologize to them a lot because I make mistakes talking about it in front of them. To where now I don't really talk about it in front of them. So I try to make it where I cool it down, right? Between the two, my dad and my sister. So yeah, it's only three of us in this house as well. So my uncle and his wife, there's not really three of them there. There's like maybe four or five. You have some siblings there, and then you have my uncle and my aunt. They're the grandparents, right? To where I'm gonna let you know. Some of my cousins that were already part of that family in that house, they were like, we don't want to be here. You know why? Because my uncle, no, actually my aunt and my cousin Sully, they would always ask for two, right? They would ask for so much. They ask for money. They rely on the grandkids, or my cousin will rely on her cousins, right? Like, what? Man, not a good idea. And then you will say the word, you know, me, I say more, the guy who is holy and pure, and righteousness himself. He is an entity that is very spiritual and religious. So where they use that guy up there in the promised land, they use his name, or say they use him upon others, or rely on him too much. I would say they do actually judge. They don't want to say it though. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but my mom would always judge. Until now she got to this point where she don't usually know how to judge like she used to. But there will be times where she does sometimes judge. And that's not really a good thing. It's a bad thing. So where it can sometimes make more trouble. So if you said it, but you didn't really want to try, you're not trying to judge, but then you say something that makes the other person see is like, I'm just different, right? And here's the thing, I started thinking more that way. Don't judge another person just because that person is different or has a different type of relationship, love life, or nationality or race. You know? Oh yeah. When I was young, I would say things and I didn't really had any intentions to make other people in class and other students in class, other classmates. I never try to make other classmates feel uncomfortable to where if I did say something wrong, I would say I apologize. I would basically apologize to the other classmate. But I did also had some stubbornness and recklessness and aggressiveness to where I would pick a fight with another classmate, and when I get my ass whooped, yeah, that will be me who made the mistake. when any person tries to take on some guy that they don't think that they can win, they don't think that what they do is they know they can win, right? To where if you put it as you know you can win, sometimes when a person gets overconfident, what happens? And he's going against a tough guy, but he's overconfident. And let me tell you, I got really overconfident every dang time to where there was a little dude, and this was a dude who was actually like 17 or 18. And this was when I used to be 17 or 18. I was in the school bus, right? And let me just say something. This dude with this little 18-year-old, because he's not really little, okay? He's short, but he's not a midget or anything. He's not that crazy short. But they call him Babyface. This dude would when I was in the school bus, he was gonna hold his phone and show something. Need I say more? Okay, it's an adult video type of thing. So where I pushed and I said, please back it out. I mean, yeah, I watched something like that, right, on my phone. Any type of man would if it's only for the sake of them enjoying a video, right? The thing with you doing, jerk. Um, this dude, and I was like, back off. I don't want to put this thing, I don't want to see this. I don't want people to see me watching this in this bus, any other classmate in this bus. I don't want them seeing me see that in public. You don't see things, you don't look at these things in public in a school bus. Yeah, because when you're in a school bus, you feel like you're in public, but in the school bus. I'm guessing it would be considered public, right? Because you're around other classmates in general. To where I'm like, I don't want people to think, I don't want my classmates to think that way on me. But to be honest, they already feel that way. But yeah, after that, I got a little bit too reckless. I got overconfident, right? I said, if you show me that again, and if you don't take that out of my face, I will kick your ass. But what happened? It was the opposite that happened. And to be honest, I would start fight with any type of classmate because that's how I used to be. Right? It could be some Spanish kid that is a friend of mine's to where I don't get along sometimes at all. To where you have any type of race class in there. It could be Spanish. Some kids they attack their own friends and their own friends sometimes when they don't get along with their friends, and it's not because they're race, it's because they just don't get along, right? They just don't, hey Sid, understand. Like I didn't understand how to communicate with those kids, those classmates, right? To where I got reckless, I got overconfident, and I act tough. To where once you get overconfident, now you're not gonna realize if the dude is more tougher than you or if you're gonna either get your ass whooped or if you could, maybe you would have won. But don't don't get overconfident. You know, I had some Black American classmates. They were good friends, and I had some Spanish friends like me. I'm Puerto Rican. I had some friends that were all different types of Spanish nationality there. When you go to school, you have a variety of nationality students that are considered U.S. citizens. They are citizens, and they go to that school. Some, you have kids and other students that usually come from other countries to learn here, right? How in other countries you have other classmates, other students that don't speak English. So when students, if they had some English class over there in their own nationality in their own country, then they'll learn there, right? But the problem is now, here, where does the English teachers usually come from? Here. So where they go over there, right? And you have Spanish American citizens that speak English really good here. So where they usually go over there, right? But now, how are English teachers supposed to get to these other countries without being, I said, criticized or being blamed for teaching other country students, students from other nationalities. Well, a lot of the things going on here, it ain't just going to be that affected, right? It's not just the traveling situation that is affected. Flight situation is being in a really bad spot, and that's mostly due to Trump and his conflict, the whole big old political problem. But yeah, and you also have his set of colleagues in his White House near him in the office, right, where the president is supposed to do his paperwork, the Oval Office, right, which he doesn't really do any type of work. He fools around, or some of the his colleagues in that White House and near him, they just use him. You know, they're basically considered people are a lot of Americans are seeing them as they're manipulating Trump. Some of these Republicans near him in the Oval Office that stand by his side, it's kind of like they're just manipulating him, right? Like what? But to be honest, Trump let himself be manipulated by his own party, right? Well, see, you have a lot of other Americans that are being misled a lot of ways, right? Like a lot of people around the state who are considered American citizens, they are not aware that when Elon Musk is creating AI and replacing stuff with AI, let's say if it's a female or a male actor, let's just say they're both going to end up being replaced. This is what Elon Musk actually wants to do. Okay, he wants to replace both actors that is supposed to be in a movie. And this is a real life film, right? But then you have restaurants. What is going to replace restaurants? He don't just want to put technology to put it where it's advanced in a restaurant. No, he wants to make robots to replace employees. But the problem is, if you put an artificial intelligence robot to serve people in a restaurant, because now you don't have employees there, a lot of the reasons why the United States to make money is because of people that work in those jobs who are either employees being hired by the person who is in charge of the business. Now, if you put robots, androids, artificial intelligence robots to take employees' place, then the business won't really need a business owner. Because even if it did have a business owner, it's replaced. Everything in that job is replaced with technology. Now, if you don't have any person who is in charge or, how you say it, improving that business, and it's just a lot of it is just artificial intelligence, you have smart computers instead of actual people running a business, then the United States ain't really making any money because what he really wants to do is make it to where money goes to him through technology. Let's say you're gonna be forced to use a credit card, right? What if that supercomputer is made through a service that is his service? Okay, Twitter, which is now called X, right? It has been called X since Trump had Elon Musk there before Elon Musk left that spot there, right? To be honest, people thought that Elon Musk wasn't really going to benefit Trump anymore. Oh no. Elon Musk is kind of like the back support, the extra bank, right? Because Trump can't really rely on other people's money. If everything is gone, right? If every person in the city here no longer has money, right? What happens? Well, Donald Trump wouldn't be able to take any money. He wouldn't be able to make any money, right? Because everything that they're going to try and do is going to make it where it's sabotage, it's chaotic, it's a catastrophe. Did you ever see those movies where they show artificial intelligent robots go malfunction to where the artificial intelligence android attacks the human due to the artificial intelligence android robot thing gets an error? Why? because it cannot compute. So why do these artificial intelligence based robot movies, why are these movies explaining artificial intelligence, and why are they so risky? Uh, One malfunction on an artificial intelligence robot can cause destruction. You would have all these artificial androids going after every humankind. But to be honest, it cannot really be done. And that's something Donald Trump wants to do, not just to try and help Putin, right? But to help himself here. Kind of like a world domination thing, right? It's like you have alien invasions trying to invade the planet Earth to destroy the planet, you know? See, when when you have the Republicans that are supporting Trump in this House, and here's the thing, they're not really fully interested in bringing a thing like white supremacists. No, that's only part of it, right? But you have a lot of these white Americans that don't have no real part in this. They started realizing they were misled. That the president and his Republican Party that are with him in the Oval Office in the White House, where he usually signs his paperwork to get certain laws or fix certain things like bills, either put these type of bills to fix certain things. To where these bills are not any ordinary bills. They kind of just work as how you say, you sign and then it's fine, right? But then you have to put something towards it. Not really something too crazy though. But this guy in the White House does it so freaking bad to where I started realizing, and I didn't know this, that the United States was built off of tariffs. For businesses and not to abuse taxes, right? Businesses, you have products that are sold in those markets, they have taxes in them, right? See, I know at first we didn't have to worry about taxes. Those taxes are like I said, they're not supposed to be abused so that way it don't be that bad, right? But like when you abuse the tariffs, because now every single gaming market or regular food markets have to pay the government even more money for their business to continue forward, right? Like it's like when you own a house. To be honest, I don't really exactly own the house. I live with my dad in the house. This is his house, my mom and dad's house. For my sister's in here too. She makes sure my dad is able to get a little help from her. She tries to make sure everything is checked, right? To where I know a little bit on what is tax paying dollars, right? It's for everything. Let's say a person who owns a house, the house they have to pay more taxes for the house rent, right? Or the paying of their actual house bills because they have an actual house completely fully there. They're paying the taxes that are either used to continue keeping things in the house going, like electricity and all that, and the property house itself, right? To where all that money that comes from this house money, because they add taxes to when you have to pay for your property, right? Your house or wherever you live in, to where that tax from the money you're paying to keep the house continuously, right? It would increase. Why? Because if the United States isn't really making any money, but here's the thing, he's making the money, but then he puts it away. He throws it away. He overinvests it in things that are not needed to where Trump is just fucked up. See, and yeah, I support Democrats, okay? I don't have the voting right yet because when I try to sign up to vote, I went to the spot here, they gave me something to sign and fill in, and then my dad would send it to the spot where they check it up and they say, okay, he's liable to vote, right? Because I'm already 35, so I should have been liable to vote. But because when Trump was in his first term, he was already preventing younger next gen voters from being a thing. To where before he actually fucked this over, right? Because let's say if he's taking certain spots there in the government, he can basically control because what he's getting, what I'm signing to vote, they're trying to control it, right? So now I will not be eligible. I will not be liable to vote. Sorry, I didn't mean to put eligible. I wouldn't be liable to vote because what I signed isn't really getting confirmed or registered for me to be a voter. So, and Trump was trying to prevent next generation, younger voters from being a thing. Guess what? Because I'm not registered as a voter, but I am registered as a citizen because I was born here. Okay, I was born here, but like, that's beside the point, right? Younger next generation can't get registered to vote. So let's say if you're someone who has not registered to become someone who could vote, to where you want to be someone who is able to make it better for a good cause, but you can't vote. The Republicans try to prevent younger voters from being a thing. So what happens? Well, so if you try to register, let's say you get papers from the spot you vote through this, through like elections for this guy or the other side, whatever person, whatever side you choose, right? You have to register where, whatever place you went to, your family, your parents would vote through, you're registering by, they give you papers from the spot your family usually votes, right? Or where you yourself. But if you yourself had never voted and you try to register, whatever happens, you're not going to be liable to vote because you are someone that didn't register at all yet. So now what? Well, it happens. But the thing is, there's still a lot more Americans that can vote him out, right? To where they convince Congress, convince part of Supreme Courts, right? Not everybody in the Supreme Court is trustworthy. Only somewhat people do, right? The side that doesn't really get involved with all the freaking chaos. Because you do have some Republicans that moved into the Democrat side. Why? Multiple reasons, right? Apparently, yeah, when a party becomes part of the other one that is a Democrat, Democrats are considered the non-wealthy folk, right? But like they usually need to make sure they work together with the side that is very wealthy. You'll have parts of the wealthy that want to make sure they're able to help the government there to fix the other side of wealthy's mess. You're gonna have good side of wealthy people and bad sides of wealthy people, right? But then you have that one side of wealthy that is very corrupted, to where they can corrupt the other side of wealthy. But some of the wealthy there would not fall into that corruption. Sometimes they'll just fool you, right? But you know, why does this one side of wealthy not really try to support the corruption the other side's doing? Because this Republican side that never got involved, they know that the tariffs Trump does isn't just affecting Americans, it is also affecting the Republican Party. Now, how does the money lose value? When things in value of the United States goes down. But it's not just that, right? What affects the value of American US dollars? Think about it. Why does the crypto now go very low in value? Let's say if you try to mine Bitcoin with a cloud mining app, which you can just mine Bitcoin free, because there are some free Bitcoin mining apps. Let's say if you try to mine free Bitcoin, but let's say you try to put it into your Speed wallet, right? Usually Bitcoin would be up in value by now, right? But the conflict that Trump and his Republican Party that is supporting this conflict against Iran, that kind of affects everything, right? And you're preventing certain products that are basically coming in legitimately and legally, not illegally, legally, from these other countries, these other nations, that you have actual legitimate franchise businesses that are connected to your two, right? Well, the United States don't make any money. Why? Because products aren't coming here. Those countries aren't able to get a fair trade of money because when we get money, they're also getting money, right? We're having a legitimate deal, a legitimate trade with other country people and other nations. Because you have business owners in those other country and nations to where we have people here who are citizens who have relatives in those other countries that they know, right? They know those people because they're either family or they're friends from those other countries. Now, you can also make it to where things will get here illegally, but they're not really trying to come here illegally because you have legitimate businesses that exist here and out there because those businesses are linked here. They bring their markets here. Now, let's say if their business that exists here isn't able to receive those, like let's say fruits or any type of products, materials, resources, then we're not receiving any resources. And another thing is, if you're starting to have less employees in certain markets or jobs in general, then you're not really making any money. Why are they laying off a lot of employees? And this goes for any type of business, right? It's not Microsoft alone, it ain't Sony alone. It's because these businesses start to be able to not be able to, well, let me put it this way. They'll start to not be able to afford to pay their employees. They have to lay off more employees, right? Apparently, yeah, Microsoft has laid off a lot of employees, like a crazy amount. And yeah, Sony has laid off a crazy amount too, but it ain't as bad as Microsoft, right? And Nintendo, they're deciding to get more employees to work. But the problem is, if you're not able to solve the issue of your own product pricing, the Switch 2 console, see, and the graphical chips that they're putting in these same consoles, but because they're forced to like restock or get more materials, get more resources to make another Switch 2, to where they spend a lot of their investment getting materials and resources to build the Switch 2, to build more of them. Same thing with Sony, right? But the problem is Nintendo is not as big as a multi-billion franchise as Sony and Microsoft. See, Sony and Microsoft, they're big, but the problem is Microsoft's profession is not really. What the heck are you doing, buddy? Yeah, yeah. To where I know sometimes a huge multi-billionaire franchise could also end up going down. They could get severe damages financial wise. But Nintendo, a lot of players in their community that now move to this type of platform or just supports this game on either PC or consoles in general, but not the Switch. Why do they stop supporting Nintendo? And why do some of these players that usually existed on PlayStation, some of the big majority of players that exist on those platforms, leave it, right? They decide to refund it. Well, multiple reasons, right? Either there's too much pricing with the games itself, not the console. If you already have a console, you don't have to worry too much, right? No, wrong. To where my old PS5, it died out, right? The graphical, or how I say it, the power chip, the chip that is supposed to keep it powering up, right? Because you have the plug cord, the power cord, but there's a chip in your PS5 or any type of device that if that chip dies out, then everything else dies out, including the graphical chip, right? I think. because it wouldn't really matter, right? If the power chip, the chip that is usually there to power the system, if that would mess up, it don't matter. If you replace the chip that is there to give it power, it wouldn't really matter because that power chip, the replacement one in there, wouldn't really last very long, right? So where if it didn't last very long, you're gonna be forced to get another power chip, right? But then it gets to a point where the system will not be fixable anymore. To where even if you tried to replace it, that one chip, that special chip in there, it would be gone. It would be rest in peace PS5. Yeah. Uh, shoot. Okay, I craft the pickaxe and the axe way too early. But it's okay because I have plenty of materials. So where I do these, okay, do that, and boom, one quest done. Right? No, I had already built this one. So these, okay, that one done. Okay, level up. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try and do the new whole style of that. Yeah, I wanna experience that one. You'll see what I mean. Hold on, and then afterwards I'll end the stream once I fight that one. Uh, it's gonna be cool. Okay, I like how they put this in there now. Before they were usually here, right? Weren't they usually on this spot here? They move that out, yeah. It's usually where you usually rely on ancient technology points, where now you don't have to rely on technology points. It's nice. The ancient technology points, I mean. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty nifty. Okay, we're gonna try that boss fight, you know. Um, Let me just put my stat point, that one stat point, on work speed. Oh, it's about to go on like Donkey Kong. Okay. I want to see the new style animation. I want to experience it. So, first of all, let's defeat some pals on our way there. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I should probably, but the problem is, I don't have, no, wool. So, I guess I'm just gonna have to go straight out and wing it. Please don't tell me there's a lucky pal. Because I put a randomizer based off region, but the pals that are usually up spawning that are random are usually either hard to catch, but now it's not that bad because, if they're based off of this region spawn, their level is going to match that certain spot you're in, right? Ooh, let me catch this golden fish. Oh, you got it my way. There we go. Oh yeah, golden fish. Yeah. Okay, that one was kind of decent, right? With acid. It wasn't the greatest, but it was decent. Oh yeah. And hold on, I think my dad's phone is already set and ready. Okay, yeah, 100% that. I'm gonna put my. I gotta wait that. Okay. Let's see here. I'm only trying to build up my pals, my team, and their level. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go for that guy, but I'm gonna have to probably. Oh yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Let me see. Will I get lucky with a lucky pal? Please let me get a lucky pal spawning. Hey, early. Oh, please give me a lucky pal. Please give me a lucky pal. Oh, nice rampaging pal, man. Oh, these are the hard ones, man. Six. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a better pulse for them, huh? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, pal spheres will not work on this guy. I have to get better pal spheres. Wait a minute, so you don't need the actual collar anymore to like. Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. You don't have to worry about having an actual like. Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. Oh, so you don't need to worry about putting them on a leash anymore. Oh man, that's cool. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so cool, man. I love this change right here. Oh man. Oh, that's so cool, man. Okay. Right. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool, though. I love some of those new changes. Pretty cool. Get over here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Woo. There we go. Get in there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of them points, guys. Actually, no, I don't. Let's see what has been recorded. That guy. Chickpea. And of course. Ooh. What the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. That's one I wanted to. I think I might want to catch one of the ones here. Hold on. Wait a minute, wasn't there? I thought there was a new one that was this way. Yeah, okay. I guess not, huh? Whoa. Oh, okay, that's that one. Come to me, my noble birds. Mount. Hmm. Okay. Yep, that's one of the ones I'm gonna try and get actually. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I hear a lucky cow. Where is that lucky cow? Did it disappear right? Oh shoot, I know that one. I know what that one looks like. Oh, I know that sometimes you could fish lucky cows also. Okay. These dudes killed that wild pals, man. Ugh. Okay, pal. Do your work. Do your stuff. Whew. Okay. Oh, hold on. My partner. This little guy here. Is it this one? No, not that one. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, Stone Blast. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was a cool one. Whoa! Okay, that's the one that's supposed to be like, is that supposed to be the one that is like those, yep, those are the ones that are like Golurk's evolution, huh? Oh, this is cool. Okay, please give me this one, please. Alright, come on, there we go. Hey, there's one heavyweight night owl. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. That one has. What did that one have? Oh, okay, that's what that one has. Nice. Ooh, this is like this is the one that's supposed to be like Countdown, right? Let's see. Oh no, that was like ooh, solid gun. Take this. Oh, okay, buddy. Oh, I killed it. Oh shit, that wasn't the plan. You screwed the plan, character. Oh, there, that one got wrecked too. Yup, critical hit. Let's see. Oh, where is that other one coming from? Oh, and let's see here. 4 stat points. Okay, cool. Now, oh, okay, buddy. Oh yeah, there we go. Catch him. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Alright, it. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Balls. Ooh. Okay, get over here. That's right, that's what I thought. Uh-huh. Keep going. Now that is worth going to. Hey, is that a guard? Yeah, that's a guard, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's a guard. Defend the guard. I hope. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Is that a guard? Weapon. Huh? Oh. Messenger of love. Um. Um. Wait a minute. Though they add something similar to like a romancing? No way. Ho ho ho. No freaking way. Oh, they added something that leads. Is this game gonna have romancing in it? I have a feeling this might end up getting it. I mean, they may end up putting just small updates here and there to add something that is not really considered content, just something like kind of like events, right? But not in the form of a limited time event. It'll be something that is basically permanent. That is not really considered content, just a new kind of how you say it, a new system that they could probably implement, but not really considering content. You know? Yeah, they could do that for sure. Because I mean, this game is a survival-based, Pokemon-inspired game, right? So they could just put something implemented like a romancing system in there, but it's not really considered like content in general. It's just something extra in there, right? A type of extra functionality where you can communicate and how you say it, interact with other character NPCs, right? If that's actually in here, and and I might not be aware of it, but I might be onto something, then yeah, that'd be cool. But if it's just like interacting for now, they could probably implement a romancing system. Kind of like what Stardew Valley has, right? And Fae Farm, because this game has something that could become it where it can make it cozy for you in a way, right? This game can somewhat be considered somewhat cozy to an extent, to where, let's say, if you add certain functions to just make it feel even more kind of, how you say it, satisfaction with the gameplay itself, that'd be kind of cool, right? It could be very, very interesting if they added something that is into a survival game, right? But also has that kind of feeling of somewhat cozy, right? Because you could just change certain settings to make it feel like it's just cozy, to where it's not too hard or stressful. I think that's pretty cool, pretty clever too. There. Now I don't have to rely on a campfire. This I could just, you know, with a campfire you can also do that, but it's not. This is more cool than just a campfire. Okay, it's way better than a campfire. Um, Sphere module. Where would this usually connect to? I don't know. How would this? Oh, okay. You equip it. It's like another part of equipment, another piece of equipment. What is this? Cold resistant health armor. Oh, wait a minute. They changed the way this one looked, and they changed. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, that's right. They also overhauled the look of the outfits, which is considered armor, but it feels just like outfits. Let's see. I don't need to worry about coolers. You know why? Check this out. No durability to where it doesn't have to worry about going down. To where at least. Alrighty. Now this is gonna be one of those spots where you could find a merchant in here. Sometimes you'll go back here, right? You go all the way. Ooh, hold on. Let me connect. Let me collect that. And then once you go back here, there's a type of merchant in here. Now, if you had enough of those gold coins, you talk to him, and basically he will sell pals. And because the pals are randomized, this is kind of also affected, right? Now you can also sell your pals to be able to use what is here, this gold. You're selling your pals for gold. This is the best farming method if you're doing a randomizer, guys. You want to make the best gold out of it. You just now you could have duplicates, and because if you have duplicates, you could keep the one of the remaining ones. So because I have three of these, I could sell them, and because I have three of these, I could just sell these two. Where I have a duplicate because I caught two different ones here. So where now I'm gonna have a lot of gold, man. Now I go to this guy again, buy. Now let's say if I want to buy this guy, right? I would need 19,000 of the gold, right? But because I'm actually, if I only sell one, plus I got three of extra more of those, so I can sell one from here, right? Select that one, okay, select that one there. Hold on, so select this one here on this side. Wait, let me check. Okay, keep that one, sell that one. I should have made sure I paid attention to their passives. Now this guy, it don't matter. He's weak. He's not as great as this one. Oh yeah, cap capacitor. We're gonna sell this, and now we have just enough to buy the memorize. But wait a minute. Let's make sure service minded. Hmm. How do I look at the? Yeah, it's okay. I think this would be a better choice right here because loan 29. Wait. Well, okay, this one's kind of tanky though, so it don't matter. So, yep. A new pal has now became part of the member of the party. Well, yeah. Powerhouse. Anyway, let me see if one of my friends is on yet. Nope, he's off. Okay. He might be off tonight the whole night because it is 11 p.m. and he is also in the Eastern time. Okay. Now, now we're gonna put more on this, this, these. Okay. Now, see, we don't have to worry too much about building defense through stats. They don't do that. They don't put you to be able to do that. But you can boost your HP, you can boost your attack and your work speed. So where if you have a decent amount on your work speed, because your pals will have a passive that makes your work speed a little bit more. So where you don't have to put too much on focusing on work speed. Yeah. Catch it, catch it, catch it. Oh, you know I'm gonna. Damn it. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, we still have more room still left in there. Nice. Build a pal box. I know, I know. I just want to get some leveling and also try to catch some new pals. Stone. Let's see. Can I find uh, a pal sphere? I think I may have found one. Nope, that's just a Pelion. Okay, I'll take that for sure. Now, fly me, my noble flying mount. Trusty flying mount. Oh. Oh, are they gonna... are they? No, they don't attack the farmer there, right? Oh, but they attack... Oh, they do, okay. Oh, oh, sure. Oh, no. Oh, oh, shoot, that was... Did I end up? Oh, yeah, I did. Uh-oh. If I kill her, I'm gonna force myself to have to close out of the game and get back in. Oh, yeah. Not taking that risk. I don't know. Does she die yet? I hope not. Okay, she's safe. Oof, I didn't kill her. Usually when you kill a normal villager around here, that's when you have a bounty on you. Or when you attack in front of a guard being there. So because the guard didn't see me, I don't think they'll actually have a bounty on me. I'm safe. I'm safe. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Oof, nice. I wish I could find a random spell here. Hey, look at that. The Pal Gods has rewarded us with its blessing. A pal sphere. Okay, we're gonna put our pal away. Because just in case, right? I don't know if this will... I don't know if my pal will one-shot. And these are that pal, huh? That's level 4. But, okay. Yeah, I have a 100% catch rate. I don't know why I had to waste that attack on it. Ow. Okay. Oh, my buddy, come on out. And yes, we got an extra step. Ah, there we go. You have one of those, woo. Yeah, it's not a good idea to fight those. Woof. Run, my noble bird, mount. Fly us away, my trusty bird. How? Okay. Woof. Okay. Be very careful. Okay, take that. Yeah. Woo. Super power. Pass fail. Ah, there's the one I'm trying to catch. Okay, is there a lucky one? Get in, my pal. Get in. Oh, look at that. You have that guy. Whoa. Okay, don't get involved with that thing right there. Woo-hoo. Because that thing, I wouldn't really be able to catch it. I'll be able to kill it, but not catch it. Maybe that's what. Pal fail. Give me a pal fail. No. These guys would usually drop some pal spheres if you're lucky with them. Come on. Yeah. 3 pal spheres, baby. This is the best way to farm pal spheres. If you kill these thugs, defeat them. Kill them. Assassinate. Damn it. The pal killed it, so where I didn't get a drop from it. Ooh. Perfect. Oh. Wait a minute. There we go. Nice. Now, come with me in my bed. My trusty. Hey. Burr. Get over here. Uh-oh. Whoa. Where is it? Oh. I had it in my palace because I pressed it and returned it in. Nice pal soul dropped from one of the pals I defeated. Oh, perfect. Let's see. Yep. Uh-oh. Yep. There we go. Better one there. Poison. It's good. It's real good. It's a good decision. That was a good move I did there. Poisonous. But no pulse for this drop because oh, so those guys don't drop pulse here. Okay, my Ragnarok ended up going down to where I can't send it out. But, let's see here. Ooh, okay. Yep, there's a cool one right there. Oh, come over here. Get it. If not, I'm gonna be forced to pick action. Come on. There you go. Perfect. And there was a new bell. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do your stuff. Once I find another fast travel spot there, then I'll, so I gotta go to that gym-like character. You know, the gym-like boss fight. To where, let me go like this. Shoot, I forgot. Okay. Let me use my stat points real quick to kind of boost my plan. Woohoo! Oh yeah, let's say if you want to keep that one in, but then you switch to the menace thing, to where right now you have this guy, right? What you do is you have the one here ready, right? So let's say if you want to switch really fast before your hull goes down, right? You now got it set to where you're ready to get it switched. Now look at Power Sphere. Sweet. Now look at fast traveling spot. The Syndicate Tower. Now I'm curious to know. I am really dying to know how this thing is gonna look. It's gonna be crazy. The cinematic. Woohoo! And I know this isn't part of our objective yet, but we can still experience it nonetheless. Okay. Oh shit, this is gonna be cool. Okay, woof. I'm gonna mute myself from the screen. That was actually pretty neat. Even though it still somewhat looked the same, it still looked a little bit more cool compared to before. Now, you're gonna take this guy down really fast because that's how we had it set up with the character settings and everything else. This is cool because we can still. Oh yeah. That's crazy. Check this out. Now. Oh, it's over. Defeated the boss fight. And now we got 5 ancient technology points. Oh yeah. Key Spear of Envy. Oh, that's cool, man. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the base and make sure. Okay. Cool. Okay, we didn't even have to rely on having one up here. That's the cool how they put that as a. Oh, God. Oh, rip. Oh, man. So it puts it as defeat, even though I was defeated. I defeated myself by dropping and got myself flat squashed flat like a pancake fast, hitting the ground so hard. Okay. Did I not get the one over here? Okay, there we go. Alright. As soon as because I did not make a base yet. Oh no, I did. I didn't put a computer, the power box. My whole plan was to put it down here, Uh, woo, woo. Haha. I want to drive a race car, Daddy. You cannot drive one, son. You're too young. Uh, what? Come on, Daddy, I won't break it. I'll be there. Careful. No, son. It's too dangerous and you're too young. You can't reach the pedals because your legs and feet is too small. Okay. Put this, okay. Okay. Now, we have to put a weapon. But we're also gonna do these. First power in our base. Now, we just do this. Make sure, okay. Build a wooden chest. Yes, and yes, I have plans to end the stream. I just want to make sure I get this base upgraded. Ugh. And now, permanent workbench. Woohoo! No. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put this guy here. And yeah, I still have some little flies flying into my leg hairs. It's annoying. No! Hold on. Yeah, put this guy here. On low point. He's gonna be the backup for my pal here. And, you know, okay, I'll try to get a little bit done before I end the stream. Let's see. Campfire. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make it move. Hold on. I hope my pals in my base can last a decent amount of time. Okay, I need some logging. Yeah, I might as well do a little bit more. And then I'll get me a drink. Because, yeah, it's almost 12 a.m. It's almost midnight. So where I'll do a little bit more too. And try to get that shouty bid build. Okay. Boom, right? And then we do these. Okay, you can't do that without this, right? Okay. We need a little bit more of this. Now, hold on. Yeah. Get right here. There you go. And stay up. Okay. Seriously, my pal ended up knocking this guy in here too. Get out. Uh-oh. Yep, again, huh? Oh, my own pal's gonna knock some of my dead pal body corpses in here. Okay. Okay, I did have it there, right? And let me make sure I block this spot here. Oh, there we go. Whew. And now, a small opening door spot. Yeah, there's a little tiny fly bugging me. But it's not a bloodsucker. It's just something that is just touching me nonstop. I hope it's not a gnat because I know that gnats start off little, right? Like a mosquito, they're usually starting off small. But compared to a mosquito, a gnat is much worse. I am pretty much aware of that already. I am very aware. I am fair. Fair. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice. Now look what I can do. Daddy, look what I can do. I can do something real cool. Okay. This is the whole plan right here. Building some house figures. Plenty of them. Now, and I got some pals that are gonna help me. Two of them, the fish dude, the fish pal, and the big golem like pal. Boom! Collect all 44 pals here. Now, let's see what I have to do as well. Shoddy bed. Is there a fly bugging me? Okay. What I have to do here is shoot. That's right. Okay. But I did want to get that out of the game. Yeah, I have a decent amount to where if I start my next let's play, there's gonna be a part 2, of course. I am basically redoing the let's play because I was trying to put it as a randomizer from the start though. Okay, nice. And if I increase the length of the base, they will chop a lot of wood. If I have a pal that usually chops wood near the area I'm in, near the blue circle, but it don't have to be around the blue circle inside of it itself, you know. Okay, now I should be able to build up the ceiling. Now, for the ceiling, and okay, that's all we need right there. Now, we need to make the shoddy bed. We need wool. Oh, shoot. I don't think I have any way of getting wool. At least I don't think I have any way. Because that's what happens when you do a randomize, right? There are certain tiles you have to make sure you're able to farm to see if they drop. If there's something, if they're type of tile that gives you wool, then, yeah. Okay, hold on. I have to put my freaking flying pal in the pal box. And then all I have to do is leave it in there. And, when you put it in there and, check this out, okay? Look at that. There's a timer right there. 9 minutes. So I guess I'll just have to go on foot. Hopefully there's a pal around here. No. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Which ones drop wool? What kind of pals usually drop wool? I know these guys drop wool. I hope, I think. Let's see. That one drops high quality towel oil. Okay. Yes, sweet. Yeah, I know the bird towels, they usually drop wool. This guy dropped leather. Let's see, I'm pretty sure we could find some towels that we could get wool from destroying it, wrecking it. Okay. Aquatic towel fluids. Let's see. Fire organs. Let's see. That one will drop wool, I'm pretty sure. I should have caught that one. Well, I could catch one around here, another one that ends up being on here. Oh, perfect. Do not kill the dude. Do not kill. Good thing there's 3 of them there. I mean, that's how much I see right now. But there could be a few more extra there. Oh, shoot, they ran away. You shall not escape. go. And let's see. We got leather, but it did not drop wool. There we go. Those are the piles that usually drop wool. So where if I got one. And dirty. They killed a bird. So, get out of here. Woo. I have to find an extra. Oh, I think those little dudes drop wool. Nope, those drop leather. Think. There we go. If I catch it, I can also get some more, I think, from this dude. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Shit. And a little fly trap flying them out. Well, I got a little secret with me. I'm trying to get at least a little bit more wool. And I only got the one. Let's see. I can go back to my base and get my bird power on. I'm gonna go back to my base real quick. Let's see. There's some wool that dropped off there. No? Yeah, we'll just go through this way. Maybe I'll find some materials that some of these cows end up dropping when they go there. Another power spear. I think those dudes drop some wool if you kill them. No, they drop high quality. Okay, yeah. I might, let me just check up here real quick. If I had a bow and arrow, it'd make it so much easier because I know, oh, maybe I might, will it actually happen? Will it make it easier? Oh, that's right, these little birds they don't drop you. Damn it. Okay. Well, okay, let's see what we get from this chest. And then I'll basically end the stream. Woo. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no wool, but we got supplies. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to my base, safe spot, you know. Okay, and that way when I do get on this character again, I can also make it where I'm there to where I can prevent my pals from going down, which I know they won't really go down due to their level being so freaking good, decently high. They're not crazy high or anything, not endgame high. Okay. Now what I do is I get out of the character. Next, I see you guys in the next one. Now, peace out.